What jumps out at you from listening to people talk about your journey?
Yeah, I mean, it's all the people I definitely care deeply about, and just had, every single one of those people had a big impact on kind of my journey throughout, right? Without, any one of those people, safe to say I wouldn't be sitting here today, as, my sixth season in the NHL and a Stanley Cup champion with, one of the greatest teams, if not the greatest team I've ever been on, in terms of locker room and quality of people and all that sort of stuff. So it, I mean, all those people go into, helping get me here and keep me grounded as well.
I was struck by how much more there was than hockey in your journey.
Yeah, are you referring to me as a farm guy? Is that what you're talking about?
Farm guy, Sioux Valley, to not being focused on making the National Hockey League, but just being in love with the game.
That was you that asked me, have you made it, right? If I remember. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I thought more about that question. It's like, yeah, you definitely haven't, because, we still got, playing for the city where there's a standard that we've, and a way of doing things that we've, grown here. I was lucky to join it the second or third season, but having been a part of it now for 6 years, no one in our organization is ever satisfied. And obviously when you get a chance to win a Stanley Cup, hockey's greatest accomplishment. It's something that you get to enjoy for a little while, right? And the city relishes, but even coming into this year, it's still that same feeling of, starting from square one, and that's something I greatly appreciate about this organization and the way, Bill continues to run things, and the way George and Kelly operate the team, right, is that, everyone on this roster knows that we're trying to win. So when you have an environment like that and expectations and a culture like that, makes you grateful that you get to play in an environment like that, every single day. And it's it's not for everyone, right? It can be harsh at times, but that's I don't play this game to just play in the NHL. I play to win. So and this is where all these people tie in, is getting me to this point and creating mentality like that as well. So
what would you say to the little boy that was on the outdoor rink, or the 18-year-old playing in Virden?
Oh man, I don't know. What would you say? Not you. I mean, there's a lot of things you could say, right? Keep enjoying the game. Don't ever. I think the biggest thing that I appreciated about myself, and that I continually try to learn, is don't forget who you are and what brought you here and where you came from. You always hear and see stories of people find success, and you end up changing that, and friends and stuff move on and all that sort of stuff. But remembering the foundation that which you were raised on, and the people that helped you get here, and the people that continue to make you successful, and that's your family and your friends, and your coaches, and obviously billet families, the Scarfs family that I worked for, showing me that what it's like to work on a farm. It's just little things like that throughout the journey that I'll continually forever be grateful for.
Maddie, did you know that he worked on the farm?
I did. Yeah. Not when we first met. No.
What was your reaction with you?
I think that's great. I'm an animal lover, obviously, with all our animals, but I always think that's good, and it brings hard work and character to that responsibility. So it's always good. I rode horses, so I worked on a farm technically as well. So.
You guys ever ride?
Pardon?
Have you guys ever gone for a ride?
Mm-hmm. Actually. Montana and Mexico.
Yep.
On the beach.
Yeah, that's right.
That's great. You saw firsthand how much he means to people.
Yeah.
How did that go through you, and how was that process?
I think it's very impactful. Throughout the seasons that I've been with Zach, there's been instances of where it comes up or it's prevalent in various ways throughout the league, but actually to go back and see the amount of people coming, and when we're going, hearing where people came from, not just in Manitoba, but all over Canada, coming to see their representation in a high level and knowing, there's somebody who's been there, so anybody can do it. I always think that's wonderful. It's a lot of pressure too, but I think you handle it with a lot of grace and humbleness, and just know that it's not just about you, but you represent a lot more than you, and you bring a lot of hope or role model mentorship, however the word you want to say is, to a lot of people, and inspiration. So it was very cool to get to actually see it, because we see it through just family, but to see people that you don't even know coming to cheer on it was really cool.
I learned that you've got a goal Sally. Like it's been a while.
Yeah,
it goes back a few years.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like it's been. I don't know. That one's just kind of stuck in my mind, I guess. It's been the same one at when we go through media stuff every camp. It's give us a celebration. It's like I only got one. I only got one. So yeah, I just stuck with it. It's been the one that works. So. Doesn't happen too often, so I just kind of get the good one.
You're pretty proud of Brandon.
Yeah, I love that place. It did a lot for me. It gave me one of the best friend groups, guys that I still are super close with, and we kind of go our separate ways, and guys are spread out and tackling their obstacles in life and doing all their important things, but. Even for now, for this Christmas, guys are they're all going back to Brandon and getting together at Christmas at the my buddy's golf simulator company, and they're going to spend Christmas Eve together, and obviously we only get so many days at Christmas, and you're gambling a little bit, flying back into the prairies at Christmas time. You never know if your flight's going to get delayed 1, 2, 3 days, so I can't exactly take that risk. So, but it's always great to. Have those friendships and those close relationships with those guys, and I think you can probably extend Brandon to Virden for me, Virden and then Sioux Valley, and a couple families in Virden and some coaches that I'll forever be grateful for. They had a huge part in my life and still do, still keep in contact with those families quite often, just to. Make sure that they know that I'm thinking of them and appreciate everything they've done. And Karen even mentioned it. I think that's what's so good about where I grew up is that, it's just a humble, hardworking community, and no one close to me and my family, like the Scarfs or the Forsters or, even my mom and dad and her family, no one looks at me like I'm the hockey player that plays in the NHL. It's just Zach, who is born and raised in Brandon, just a normal dude. And even for my friends, they treat me the same way. They don't treat me any differently after what my career's been or what it continues to be. So, and those are the people that I'm grateful for. They again help keep you grounded, right? Because we get busy and our schedule gets busy. It's easy to get caught up in what goes on in the daily grind of the NHL. So. Remembering where you came from and how your parents raised you and what you were taught to do and how to treat people and more importantly treat people the right way. So that's always important to me.
What do you think your mom will think?
Yeah, she's not a big crier, but I'm assuming she'll probably she'll shed a few tears there.
You're a woman of few words,
yeah,
but she'll love it.
Yeah, she mom will be pretty excited to see that and I would argue that just as important it is watching our live reaction, it'd probably be good to watch hers too. So yeah, mom and dad, can't say enough about them. They sacrificed a lot to give me opportunities to go out and play and even just playing for fun. Never with the idea in mind to you got to go and do this, you got to go and do that, because it depends on success. It was always, if you want to go do it, we'll pay for it. And if you don't, then that's fine. But you just got to play another sport like golf or something else. And always grateful they raised me that way, because they gave me opportunities that were based on my decision and my desire to go and play. And I firmly believe I'll raise our kids the same way. if they have the drive to do it, then absolutely. And, work as hard as you can to create something for yourself. And my parents gave me that opportunity every single day. And eventually when I got to, AAA and junior, they really kind of stepped out of the way and just let me do my own thing, right? And they always paid for the training in the summer and stuff, and gave me the resources for that. But after that, it was just strictly, drive and playing the game, and just kept getting opportunities from hard work and again, when you really boil it down, I think a lot of it is just treating people the right way too, being a good person, and usually the hockey side tends to take care of itself. So. I think, anyways.
I think so too. We're proud of you.
Yeah, Daren, I appreciate it. You guys hit it out of the park. Took me a little. I had to hold back some tears there. I tried to just keep it together a little bit.
Which part got you?
Mainly just with, nothing against my dad. Whenever I see my dad cry, it hits me pretty good. Both my parents growing up in Manitoba as farm kids are pretty rock solid, I guess you can say. Don't tend to show much, but except when they talk about their boy, they get you can tell they're proud, which makes me very grateful that they're proud of how they raised me and how they taught me to treat people and be a part of a team and that sort of stuff, because they're both athletes too. So they always taught me how to be a part of a team and be a good teammate, and that still carries on with me today up until pro, making sure everyone feels involved and that sort of stuff. So then seeing the scarves and seeing Chad talk and pictures of the farm and the Forsters and their families, that it always gets me emotional, because, I was an only child, growing up in Brandon and going there, experiencing bigger families. They kind of taught me what it meant to be a part of a big family. And for me, I had never truly experienced that, and nothing to a fault of my own parents. They did an amazing job for me in my childhood and taking care of me. But getting to spend some time with those families was very eye-opening for me, and gave me another appreciation for family. And I think hard work and dedication and that stuff. And Karen was actually one of the big advocates for like diet and stuff like that, which I kind of struggled with through ages 15 to 17, like somewhere around there. Because when I went into Verdun, I had to lose a lot of weight and stuff like that, and did it because I wanted to continue to play hockey. And Karen fully jumped on board of creating those meals and creating hockey related kind of diet, which my billet dad, Jack, if he watches this, he absolutely, despised me for it, because he lost his chicken fingers, French fries, and mac and cheese diet. So he had to eat, greens and meat and stuff like that. So, hopefully he watches this and gets to see that and gets a chuckle out of that. And then further billets they kind of went the same way. So I think I ended up, turning him into a bit of a health nut. So
I didn't realize that you liked playing goal so much.
Yeah, I actually
you really took away that
enjoyed
glove
it.
hand.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. We had so there was a Christmas break when we were playing Junior A in Verdun, and my first year we had a really close group. First and second year was there was 8, 9, 10 of us that hung out all the time, because there was a time there where we went to school in the morning, then practice at lunch, and then nothing after. So we had the rest of the day to hang out. And Christmas break came, and do you know the Lewises? You remember the Lewises? So they had a place out at Oak Lake Beach, and Dale, I think, had cleared off, a sheet on the lake, and me and Wyatt Kalanick had played goal for both teams for probably 4 or 5 hours that day, and my hips and groins were absolutely ruined for the next 2 weeks. Got back and played hockey after Christmas break, could barely move.
I saw that picture.
Yeah. So it's I really enjoy playing goalie, mainly because no one wants to, and I always kind of enjoy it. It's fun. It's hard.
Thanks for letting us peek behind the curtain with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for presenting that. That was
It was really cool experience. Yeah.